Hello there. I want to talk to you about a tripod that I own. This is a fairly old tripod. It's a Velbon. Let me see if I get that. VS-3. Velbon is a very old Japanese photographic equipment company. Now, Velbon is still in operation, or they're actually still selling things like tripods under the Velbon name. But all of them that I have seen have been the prosumer junk plastic and very thin aluminum, and just, like a Vivitar or something like that. Consumer type, not prosumer, but consumer type stuff. This is, in my opinion, a very professional tripod. Everything on this tripod is metal, except for, things like the handle and the adjustment knobs and stuff like that, which is pretty standard even on modern tripods in a lot of ways. But the minimum height is 22 inches. Maximum height with the legs extended is about 58 and a half. I don't know if you can see, but everything is riveted together. The tripod has a pan and tilt head, and I don't believe that it's fluid filled, but it's incredibly smooth, and it goes wherever you want it to. This is a company, like I said, that was fairly old. This is their very first tripod design. They patented this design in 1958. But it's hard to tell how old this tripod is. It was licensed under the Kmart Focal brand. So I don't know how old it is, but I would suspect it's probably mid-70s, early 70s, because it doesn't have the quick release plate or anything like that on it. So that kind of makes me think that it's probably 70s. But this is a fantastic tripod. I have been using it ever since I got it. I bought it at a thrift store for $6. And this tripod is every bit as good as any modern tripod you'll ever find. For its time, it was probably top of the line, or it offered everything that a photographer might want or need. It has even like the little flippers or whatever you call these to release the feet, they're metal, and they're pinned with metal pins. This tripod extends up to 58 inches. It has a camera mount here, and like I said, the minimum height is 22 inches, but if I crank it up a little bit, there's a mount for a camera on the bottom so that I can do inverted. If I want to get really, really low to the ground, I can get as low to the ground as my camera will allow by mounting it here. But that's not all. When you look at this tripod, let's turn it this way. I can also mount it here. Okay, and there's a center mount for a camera. You have a mount here, and then you can mount here as well if you want to, in whatever configuration you want to. So it's really a super versatile mount, and this mount has 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a little scale right here that gives you the degree of angle that you're setting that in. And I can choose from 5 different ones. Or I think I could probably lock it in between. There, yeah. So I could put it anywhere I wanted to. So it's really versatile. Tripod has, let me crank her down a little bit, just so she's easy to see. It has spiked feet, or I could take this and spin it on out and have a smooth rubber feet, non-slip grip for that. And it's just a, for being as old as it probably is, this thing's at 40 or 50 years old probably. 40 or 45 years old. If it was made in 1975, it's 45 years old. This is a fantastic tripod. There's no, there aren't any dogs in this build. It's just a fantastically well-made tripod. It weighs about 4 pounds, which is not too bad. A lot of the professional or semi-professional prosumer tripods nowadays that are made of aluminum, like this one, are right around 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, something like that. So not very much difference. And in my opinion, if I were to continue to use this for landscape and wildlife photography, I don't see it ever breaking under normal use. One of the things that I do with it is close up the legs and wrap a Velcro strap around the bottom, and then extend these legs, and it becomes a monopod. Because I use it in that configuration probably about 75% of the time, because in wildlife I want to be able to move fast. You can do the, has the standard portrait style that everything comes with, but just a wonderful example of an old vintage tripod. And you know, we think about how far we've come with the digital cameras and all of our technology and all of that. Whoever used this before I got it, if they were a professional photographer, this did everything they needed. So just a fantastic tripod. I like the fact that it's old and it's been used a lot, and it's a solid piece of gear that's going to last and last and last. So I thought that I would share this with you, and I hope that you've enjoyed it and got a unique kind of look at something from the past that still is fantastic for use today. So thanks for coming along. Later.